Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats, you know that we gotta run it back. Whether on the field or the court, you know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so the news is finally broke about Katie Lou Samuelson, which I have been saying for the last couple of videos. And a lot of people kept out there thinking that, hey, she would not get moved. Well, the Fever had to make an announcement sooner than later. Then, you know, if they was going to move her, whatever the case may be. I always kept telling y'all this. When it comes down to contract negotiations, these things takes time. The Fever has shown you time and time again throughout all of their moves, they do not put their business out in the open for people in the media to grab hold, to really speculate and send rumors. Now, over the weekend, there was reports saying that Katie Lou has deactivated her Instagram account, which that was a clear indication right then and there that she was gone. But knowing Sunday was a Super Bowl and things was happening, Monday, you had to stand by and wait patiently. Now that the Indiana Fever has cut ties with Katie Lou, I said one or two things was going to happen. They was going to either find a trade partner for her or they was going to buy her out. In a sense, buyout is always the most likely, because if you can't find a trade partner for a player that has a high salary, then buyout is the next option. Now, the next person on that list is going to be Christy Wallace. I said it before. Again, the Fever, some of the players on this team are not safe. And I went back and gave you all the dates. Dantas is the only one that's playing good over there. Now, they might could find a trade partner for Dantas, to be honest with you, because she is having a really good, successful offseason if they want to keep her on the team. I don't think she's safe either, to be honest with you. I don't think she's safe either. Now, if she stays, good. But if she don't, hey, like I said, I've been saying it all along. They're not going to use Christy Wallace on this team because they already got Sydney Colston to back Caitlin Clark up. They need to find bench help. They need to find more depth to the bench. And they still have draft picks to pick up when the draft comes. All of these moves are significant to how the Fever wants to play a role. Now, as I go through here and look, Katie Lou Samuelson, per the Indy Star with Chloe Peterson, said that the Fever has parted ways with Katie Lou Samuelson. Per ESPN Alex Popper, the report conversations had been ongoing over a week past week for Samuelson buyout terms. So they've already had these discussions with Katie Lou Samuelson prior to everything that was going on when they was bringing people in, they was signing people and everything else. So, and that she's been in conversations with 4 different teams to find a new home. So technically, they was looking for trade partners for Katie Lou Samuelson, and they couldn't find anybody to trade for her. So a buyout was necessarily. So therefore, they already been in talks over a week ago that they was looking to move her. Like I said before, the Fever does everything behind closed doors. Nothing was out in the open over a week ago about Katie Lou. We started seeing signs, we started hearing things, but then when she deactivated her Instagram account, boom, there it was. So this was the latest personnel move in a busy offseason remaking the Fever roster. Indiana has signed 3 players with WNBA championship rings. Natasha Howard, DeWanna Bonner, and Sydney Colston. And and traded for a 3-point shooting wing, Sophie Cunningham, so far. So Samuelson signed a 2-year deal worth $355,000 contract with the Fever ahead of the 2024 season and earned 175 of that last year. She was slated to make 180 this season. Her contract is protected, meaning she is entitled to her salary despite cut for lack of skill or injury. Now, if she got injured or lack of playing time, she's distracted. But when it comes down to a buyout, they can negotiate a certain part of the terms of that contract where she could either give 80 of that back or get 100 or whatever the case might be, or 105 or 75, whatever it is. There's been no details on how much she's going to make or how much the Fever got back from her on that contract. So usually in these contract divorce situations, the player agrees to a buyout for a lower amount. Similar to what happened with the Fever and Victoria Vivens in 2004. Vivens was originally owed $137,000 for the 2024 season, but agreed to a buyout of $90,000. So that means if Katie Lou agreed to a lower amount buyout and say that they told her, for instance, we give you 90 of it. That's 180 now. And they come out with half. We give you half of it. Or we give you 90 of it. Then that helps the Fever in a whole lot of ways. And then she was able to sign with Seattle for the veteran minimum. So therefore, if the Fever, say for instance, the Fever buy her out for half of that contract, she's able to go somewhere else. Most likely she'll probably go to Connecticut or she'll go to Golden State. But nevertheless, the buyout is in terms of whatever it takes. And this is something I kept saying, because people kept saying, well, they haven't done anything with Katie Lou yet. If they was going to keep Katie Lou, they would have been done it by now. Like I said again, these things take time. They take time. Now, with Katie Lou being buy out, now the Fever have money to move on to pick up whoever they want to pick up. Now, there's a few names that have been thrown out there. Elena Donadon, Emma Mirisman, some say Marina Mabry. I don't think they're going to trade for me. They have to trade for Marina Mabry and give up a draft pick. And I don't think they're going to do that. So I scratched her off that. She was third on the list. I scratched her. Now, Emma Mirisman and Elena Donadon is different. They're different because Elena Donadon has a championship too. That's championship experience. Same thing with Emma. But to bring Emma in, I heard the most idiotic nonsense today is that you bringing Emma in and Emma's not going to sit on the bench. Now, you don't know what the agreement of terms is when you bring a player in that has not a lot of experience, because the thing about it is Natasha Howard has experience. Sydney Colston has experience. DeWanna Barner has experience. They won championships too. It doesn't matter if you come in to help a team win and win a championship. You could just take a lesser role. You could be something different on the team. It's not always be guaranteed to be a starter. You know what I'm saying? So if Emma came in and she was a team player, and she said, "Well, hey, I don't mind coming off the bench, give the bench more power." She could be a leading six person, whatever the case may be. But just to say that, or she's a better player than Leah Boston. Leah Boston's still young. She's in her third year. Emma has tons of experience over her. Just to degrade Leah Boston's ability and for to say that she can't keep up. Leah Boston has a lot of potential, and it's going to show. But why would you sit a third year? Why would you sit Leah Boston over Emma Mirisman? Then that doesn't make sense at all. You know. So my logic thinking is that they're gonna go for Elena Donadon, who has championship pedigree. She has championship pedigree. She's definitely been in the fire. Now she's been injured throughout a lot of her career, so her coming off the bench will be exceptional for this Fever team because she could come in and back up uh Aaliyah Boston. You know what I'm saying? That would be very ideal for her to do instead of just for her to to come in and put her a star. I mean, you would have to revamp everything. Now, let me touch back a little bit. Now, if you did bring Emma in and say that, hey, her and Dewana could split time in the lineup, split time here and there. It depends on matchup. I think then it would be good. But I just don't see how they could get Emma over because Emma already said that she was not coming over until July. So the Fever signing her and not having her on the team until July, and then you still would have to start DeWanna Bonner. You'll still have to start Leo Boston. Then what you have to do is then when she comes over, then you have to integrate her into the lineup. That doesn't make sense. Then the chemistry will be a little bit off. You want all of your pieces in at the beginning of training camp, so you don't have to do no shakeup, and then you see what you have. So I don't know. Maybe she's the second on the list. Now I'm not gonna lie. If they get her, that's still a home run. If they get Ella Deladon, that's another home run. You literally you will win a championship with this team, the way it's constructed, year in or year out. You could three-peat easy with this team. So I don't know what the shakeup going to be, but Ella Deladon would be my first choice because she could easily come off the bench. You can move around Sophie and Lexi easy. Come in. You're going to have Jaylen Brown on the team. And I still say Jaylen Brown is going to have a place on this team because the fact of the matter is she could easily come in for Kelsey Mitchell. She has the same skill set Kelsey Mitchell. She shoots the three I think Kelsey shoots the three a little bit better, but she has a better mid-range game and can get to the hoop a little bit stronger than Kelsey Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? So you have them in and out the lineup together. That would be perfect. Then everybody else will fall in place. Now, if you have Ella Deladon, or you still have Doncic on the team, Doncic could back up Leo Boston. Elena Deladon could come in for DeWanna Bonner. There's different ways you could do this. And you still have Sophie could come in for Sophie could come in. But I don't know. Guys, to be honest with you, I don't even think Dante's going to be on this team because if they get Elena Dundon, you can still have Elena Dundon come in for Aaliyah Boston. You can still have Sophie come in for you can have Lexi come in for Tasha. You can have Sophie come in for DeWanna. You still have Sydney for Caitlin, then you still have other pieces that you could probably put in here and there on the bench. And then by DeWanna Bonner being the veteran and older, you probably won't give her a lot of minutes. You could probably shave some of her minutes down. So it's all about matchups from here on out. It depends on who they get. But again, let me iterate. I told y'all about Katie Lou contract. I told y'all from the beginning that nobody was safe on this roster. Now we down to two: Christy Wallace and Damaris Dantes. The Indiana Fever is not done yet with this roster, and it's going to continue to evolve. We just got to wait patiently and see what they do next. But if they do pick up whoever I think they pick up, my bet is on Elena Dundon. I think she's going to be the next domino to fall for this team. Everybody else is probably a distant second and third. I don't know. I don't see Emma coming. But like I said, if it happens, hey, I'm all for it anyway. But I think Elena Dundon is the top priority on this list. So we don't know. We'll see. Until then, until the next episode, guys. Hey, Live Wire Sports, and I'm out.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.